Hello, Brian. Hello, extra mic. So I think it's 9 o'clock. Let's go. Okay. Crazy week, right? We had eclipses. Eclipses? That sounds about right. So we had eclipses. We had earthquakes. That's just mind-boggling. A new baby. Lots of ups and downs. So exciting times, right? So today I think I'm gonna base this off of kind of something I've been going through, and it's called the successful artist. Basically what I've been doing is picturing myself as the successful artist already. You know, what does that look like to you? Like, what does success look like? And I went through each one of my body parts, feeling how it would feel if I was already that successful artist. What does success look like to you? That's like the basis of this video. Okay, so let's just begin. Someone mentioned that they liked the white, so I thought I'd just keep it. I kind of like it too. Gives it better background. Cardboard still, because why not? Nice LaCroix. Told you every video I think I'm just gonna have LaCroix. Honest to God, I'm actually just thirsty, so it's delicious. This could be an artist tip. I feel like when I create a little too often, my designs, my art isn't as potent as if I wait like a day or two or three. I have to like build up stuff in my life and then I express that. So stop streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays. I feel like Wednesday is hump day, 9 o'clock, you know, I think that's going to be a better time for me personally. The other times I feel like I was kind of struggling. Like I said, you need, I don't want to use the word crap, but you need crap in your life to happen so you can get things out on the paper, right? If your life's always perfect, then you won't have anything to get onto the canvas. That's just, this could be an artist tip. This could be just whatever. Okay, let's begin. So I saw my little son. It's another thing. This thing makes me gassy. So yeah, my son was wearing this little boat, a shirt, so I thought I would try to use that today as my theme, I guess, whatever. This part as an artist. Oh, actually, you know what I wanted to do? I saw this. I hope you can see that. I purposely went out and found a violet colored purple oil pastel, and it came broken. That's not the point though. But I saw this guy, he made his own looking paper. I'll just show you. The whole point is like he made it legitimately look like it was actually just paper, and I love that. I was like, wow, that's amazing. You know, like I remember me in high school just doodling a lot, and I don't think I even knew what I was doing back then. I think that I used to just doodle. I think that it wasn't until later like I found great relief, great fun, whatever, just doodling on pieces of paper. I would take my notes, but then I would also like doodle next to them. But I never thought anything. I was like, this is just me doodling. I don't know. So I don't know. That's kind of where it started all, but I digress. Okay, here we go. Blank piece of paper. We're gonna draw a boat. I'll talk to the body, right? It's just like I want to draw a little bit, and then I'll express, you know, what my whole body feels like. Okay, so this is oil pastels. I'm a huge pirate. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, the point isn't to be perfect. It's just to express your feelings. But I mean, this shit really does work. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was expressing like that when you do this. Oh, there's a point where I get to, and I literally can't stop myself from like scraping or like, you know, painting really fast like that, right? There's moments where I'll catch myself where I actually feel like I can't stop. It needs to be expressed, told, whatever you want to call it. And I thought that was interesting. I'm just culling through here. This is just me trying to find a base ground. If you noticed the last couple ones I painted, they've all been kind of, they've all had a base. Like one was hands, the other one was like a stick figure man, the other one was a unicorn. So start somewhere. This could be an artist tip. I explained this in the last videos, but these are just tips I go by. It's like just start with something and eventually it will build to something better. I think most people would see that and be like, yeah, it's a pirate ship, you know? So there's that. I don't think I'm gonna make the whole thing black. I want to change it up a little bit, maybe some wood. There's some crazy shit going on in the world, that is for damn sure. This whole P. Diddy fiasco, and I saw some videos that were like, it's basically a video of P. Diddy just like talking and being like, oh, this guy and this guy and this guy, and it sounds like he's almost like saying like, oh, if I go under, I'm ratting out on all these people on this list, and they're all like famous celebrities. So I thought that was intriguing. The rest of it, like I said, I just hope the world balances itself out with like, get rid of like half the amount of criminals and put back 50% the actual good people in the world. I don't know. Whatever comes through it, I just hope it balances itself back out. So, all right, so this, cool, love it. Let's see what kind of boats. Also, I got some new oil pastels. That excites me. Look at these bad boys. Ooh, girl. Look at that. Oil pastels. I've never tried these, but I found a liking of just like other sticks that my wife and I found, and like they literally melted as you like scribbled. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, where are those? New oil pastels. I may or may not use these tonight, but this is always exciting. New art material. Always fun. Cool. Also, this one I'm snacking on today. Fig Bar, Nature Bakery. It's actually pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Just telling me green. Okay, so this is like an art tip. I was asking myself, what color should I choose next, right? So I'm looking at this, and I look down all my colors, and I just pick them up, look at them a little bit. If nothing like sparks, I just leave it there. I don't pick it up. But I got so good at it that like I can just look at a color and be like, oh, that's it. I know the feeling of like, oh, that's the one. So that's what this kind of helps out. No problem, but also the speculation that Jay-Z is a fucking weirdo too. And I'm like, all right, well, the whole world is just filled with weirdos. What's going on, man? I guess I'll just be in my garage just painting away while it all happens. Come with no surprise. They are tank holes. Cool. Ooh, you know what I'm a sucker for? A good wheel. A good pirate wheel, right? Look at that. Look at that. Doodles. Let me show camera. Nothing special yet. I mean, I haven't really tuned in of like, okay, now I want to take what I'm feeling from head to toe and put it on here, right? I haven't gotten there yet. We're getting there. All in good time. So I like it like this. I think that this is a good start. Good old-fashioned pirate ship. Yeah, so let's start. So starting from the bottom, I always start at my feet, excuse me, as I'm chewing and drinking my LaCroix. So now you start here. It could be anything, any design, anything you think that is like what the bottom of your feet would feel like. And so I'm gonna portray what it feels like to me. So let's start with, no, it's darker closer to you. This is an art tip. If I took these three, let's do this three. If I took these three colors, this guy, you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So this guy would be first, right? The closest to you. No. This would be the furthest away from you. So this would be your background if you had mountains, right? You would do them a light blue. Then anything in the middle would be this like this color blue. You can totally see that. You should be able to see that at least. And then the darkest one would be the closest to you, right? See this? And that's how you give it depth using color. Yeah, like I said, this could be common knowledge, but if it's not, hey, a new art tip. Yay! So closest to me, it would be like this. Sometimes it's very light. That's cool. That's good there. Doing a little bit to get like the outsword feeling. Like I said, I'll show you the camera in a minute. I'm using all the colors basically. No, I think I'm good there. So feet are done, right? I don't even actually use this color. It just doesn't need it, right? It doesn't, it's done, right? This is what, and you see that a little bit. So basically, these colors right here, right? So that's my resemblance of what my feet feel like. And there's that, right? If I had any stuck energy, like any pert feelings or whatever was on the bottom of my feet, that would be left behind with this, right? That would be just, there it is. Now we move up the body, we go to the knees, right? And the knees are saying in here, right? These are gonna be portrayed as my knees. Yes, so those are my knees. And I almost want to just do kind of like my scribble thing that I do. Well, I guess with any of these, I do like a scribble thing, but my knees. So I'm also making sure that I'm aligned also in my body so I can get the picture closest to what I'm feeling in that body part. So knees, in these holes, I will do certain colors that express how I feel. That one's good. So that was, and sometimes it's like nothing. Sometimes it's literally just, you know, but sorry, I'm trying to feel my body and making sure that I portray the feeling in the best possible way. This is a good time to recap my successful artist tips. So like I said, successful artist, how would my knees feel if I was a successful artist is another way you can kind of do this. And to be honest with myself, like my knees would feel like, oh, I felt that all in the back. My knees feel like gold. I don't, Don't ask me why. That was the first thing that came up. Feel it in what my body feels like. Like, make sure that gold and knees. I can feel what gold feels like, but like, I know this, trying to make this as easy as you can explain it, but basically it won't connect if you don't believe it. Like, if you say, oh, my arm feels healed today, right? You most likely won't accept it and be like, no, that's not true. And that's that. Holy moly, that's loud. That was it. Sorry, I got a text message halfway through that, but hopefully that made sense. So knees, right there, this, cool. Just a little orange. It wasn't a lot. Sometimes, like I said, it's not always about how much can I, force. It's not like that. It's like, okay, well, how much can I feel? Like, really getting into it and not shying away from it. Like, it's scary to feel what your body feels like, but I think the perks outweigh, the scariness. That's just what I think. Okay, back at it. Boats. So there's the knees, right? Now we move up even more on the body. Oh, and we're going to the thighs. As I did that, I felt like, kind of like, it almost feels like actually I don't know, but it feels like something, and it feels good. It's usually like a relief. So you're kind of like, oh yes, okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Successful artist, right? Just like I said, come who you want to be right now. It doesn't work the other way. Most of the times they show you that, like, oh, you have to basically do all these really, really hard steps to get to the person you want to be, and one day you'll finally feel like that person. It doesn't work like that. It works in the sense of you become the person first, and then you do all the steps to become that person. Yeah, but you have to start feeling like that person right now. That was a manifestation tip. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now we're moving up to the thighs. I think I'm gonna do some gold, right? I thought my knees were gold, but whatever. So we're gonna do, I kind of want to get in here and really kick it in. Like, I'm just expressing of like, oh, this is how my thighs feel, Okay, cool, that's that. And like, see, it's like, I almost can't move it myself. And I'm like going off the paper. But as I'm doing that, I'm able to, like I said, move the energy throughout my whole body. Like I said, it has huge perks. Right? Or found like gold. Golden nuggets, wisdom. Okay, so there's that. Thighs. Yep, I moved up to the blit, and I'm just gonna draw that line. Oh, there you go. There's that. That's the blit. Right? It's nothing, and like, it doesn't have to be like this glamorous kind of like, oh my god, like, I'm trying to think of like a famous painting, right? Like, it doesn't have to be Picasso. Just there for you to express how you feel. Honest to God, I think that's what art really is, right? The two things that have stuck with me, this could be an artist tip, is that there's two ways of looking at this. Either you're dumping your feelings to how you feel. Sometimes it doesn't have to make sense. Have fun. I think that's another good tip. Is like, could be just a life tip. Is like, when you're feeling that tension of like, I'm taking this too serious, like, just swoop back and be like, you know what? Shut up. It's that easy, And then you quickly know, okay, flip to like being playful, just fucking just. Okay, so now we're moving up from the buttocks area, the line right here, to now the abs. And I did that, and I started feeling, what what a successful artist's abs would feel like, but also what it feels like to me. And I did this, I think yesterday, but I felt like a brick wall, basically. Like, that's what my ab section as a successful person would feel like. I'll draw a little brick wall here. And when you do it like this, like, you take away the needing to be like, I guess, the stress of perfection. That's probably the key takeaway. It's like, you take away the need to be perfect when you do things like that. And like my little friend said, Rick Rubin said, you should be kind of using this as a journal. And I think that's great. I think that's really good to boogie. And another lesson, look, this could be just another art tip. Leave the tape on so you don't get smudges like this, and when you rip it off, then you can tear it off afterwards. Okay, well, at least I learned. Also, I cut my finger today. I got a row machine. I'm hoping it just helps me with my health. Stay healthy, right? Try to do something. All right, this is my brick wall, my ab section. I'm gonna extend it this way so both sides feel strong. Cool. And then right there. You should feel it on both sides. And that's how you know it's like, I felt it on the right side, but I didn't feel it on the left side. So until I did the second section of it, but yeah, that's my brick wall, right? Oh, so I went up for my abs, I went into my heart, and it's the steering wheel. And the steering wheel guy I kind of want to draw like a little stick figure, a white stick figure. Barely feel him. And as I did that, I felt it release in my shoulders. So, okay, and then of course, every pirate captain needs a hat. Oh, is that? It looks like a fireman's hat, but I promise it's a pirate hat. Let me do a little bit of this there. So it looks like a feather. I mean, like I said, you're not. I think that's what I like about it. Like, I take away the need to be perfect, right? And I make sure I stick in the realm of like, this is just here to express how my body feels, each body part, and you just leave it at that, right? So that's the heart. Cool. I'm maybe put some green in it just so people are like, what is that? It's very light, very subtle. You ask yourself again, as a successful artist, how would your heart feel? And I think honest, it would probably be lighter, feeling of light. Excuse me as I just express this or feel it out. So it's cool, okay? And as I do that, I feel it working because, like I said, you'll feel kind of like a release, and okay, well that's where I should be going. The neck. This is the throat chakra, clearly, because it's the loudest. Holy shit! And put some blue in there just for reference. Right. Cool. Whatever, we'll do them. It's subtle, like, I don't want it to be, like, obnoxiously blue, There, that's good. I like that. No, nothing in there. And like I said, you're supposed to be asking yourself, okay, what does successful artists, I guess, sound like, and, like, how does it sound like, but also, like, sorry, my voice cracked. Still going through puberty. Just express it, what does it feel like as a successful artist? Okay, so I'm feeling it out right now. That's what I'm doing, so just give me a second. Oh. Yeah, my throat needs to get just a little bit softer. Is that what it is? Feeling it out right now. Hold on a second. I do feel like release in my neck over here. And I'm trying to feel the back of my neck too. Yeah, we'll work on it. Like, sometimes you can't force it. Like, you keep showing up. You can't, like, keep almost like knocking at the door, or just like keep showing up and breaking it down a little bit, and eventually you'll get there. Like, I think that, yeah, I think you just got to keep digging away, and eventually you will find your voice. Excuse me as I'm feeling it out as we do this. Yeah, it's there. It's like right in the back of my throat. Like, I can almost feel it. Like I said, just dig away a little bit, And like I said, you can use this too now as a map of, like, trying to find where that stuck feeling is, or that stuck emotion, whatever you want to call it, stuck energy. You just try to use this as like a compass. Okay, and then you just color it in. And you go. You feel like a little bit of release. And I felt that all the way. It went down from my throat all the way down to my legs, and on the bottom of my legs. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just a softness. There's a really like heaviness to my voice, like a sternness, and I'm trying to get away from that. Just trying to go back to balance. I guess I could just have a softer voice. I guess that could be it. Okay, well, and this could be a manifestation tip. As you're figuring things out, you can make it stick better if after it happens you just say thank you for letting me find the spot, or thank you for having a soft voice, a rambunctious voice, but most likely the word that comes to mind is just soft. So you just say thank you for a soft voice, and like I said, it just helps it give it a little bit more oomph. So there's that. Throat, this is done. Don't waste too much time on it. Just keep showing up and kind of poke at it every single day. Okay, so there's that. I'm still not fighting it, but like, damn, that. Dude, I have like such a strong voice. So it won't let me pass here, basically. Like, I gotta feel it out for a second. Let me also artist tip, stand back sometimes. Okay. Looking at it. I'm still working on this stuck energy back here. And be careful also what you're saying about the stuff, because like by me saying stuck energy, it's just like creating it, working against you basically. Done. Cool. Moving on. Okay, so now we go to a little bit further. When you get kind of like under your chin, I've heard that your throat chakra is like here and right here. So it could be something there. Yep, so that's the bottom. And this is the top. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I've always heard that like, it's basically two different, throat chakra is two different things. It's like here and here. But you just, You just never know sometimes. Like with the flood of information that we get each and every single day, it's just like, what is even fucking true anymore? Like, and then you have to like really take it in. And I think what's real and actually most important is like your family. You know, your family, your friends. Yeah, that's probably most important. At least for me. Like so this is like as you become who you want to be, just make sure you don't forget what really matters. That's what I'm gonna say about that. So here, so we get throat, and we move up past the chin. And now you're like in here basically, kind of like your eyes. It's funny because I actually draw this character, little angel guy I draw, and it's almost like wearing 3D glasses. That's what your third eye feels like. If you had one of those glasses that had like a little 3D, like that would make you feel it probably sevenfold what your third eye feels like. Anyways, I'll show you what mine feels like. Ready? This little brown poop right here. Oh, I haven't showed the camera either. There you go. This is my boat so far. Cool. So third eye, this guy. I do like just expressing third eye with a little bit of purple. I mean, I know it's cliche, but you're trying to tell a story at the same time. So people are lost. They're like, what is that? What does that mean? You know, I leave subtle clues here and there of like, oh yeah, this could be the, you know, but with color. You know, I think that's a good way to look at it. Okay, so there's that, and then the little what is it? The little flag over here. That will be my crown. So, and I gotta make sure that it's what would my crown chakra feel like if I was a successful person already, artist, right? And it's not just saying that I'm the successful. You have to feel like the successful person already. Slowly you'll become that successful person. Okay, so yeah. I mean, it kind of hits the point. It's very basic, but I can feel it tremendously. Like, so it's one of those things. Like, some of them you have to feel heavy, and sometimes it feels light. And like, I think the heart and the crown chakra are two things that it's very light, very light. You wouldn't go to a child and be like, rah, you know, you wouldn't grab them, right? You'd be very gentle, and that's almost how you have to feel your body in that same regard. Like, you wouldn't be like, you know, trying to shake it, right? To try to like, you know, shake a child or shake anybody in that regard. Right? You would probably like gently nudge them. So I was trying to explain this in the best possible way I can without being too abstract. The more I do this, the easier it gets. We gotta start somewhere. All right, so there's that going. Now that I did a whole pass, the whole thing, right? I'll do one more pass. So we did the base coat of the pirate. Then we went through once and got like the real, it's usually like the nitty gritty, right? And now we go through the details and we start the routine all over again, right? So it's kind of like a 3-base process. So back to the feet. Okay, so you're feeling the feet. Anything you kind of just, now that you know how to feel these feelings, now you go back to the spots and you try to feel them even more and kind of like move the energy around to make sure you're not missing anything. In here, some black. See, and that kind of released it. You know, it's the release that you're looking for. And then the butt crack. Okay, move to the knees. Knees are good. Thighs and here. I'm trying to feel both of your thighs. Yeah, it's getting the job done. I don't think we need to do any more. Just trying to get the hips. Oh, the knees. The hips are good. It's expressed through here. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. This. Pull that. Oh no, the hips are a little bit more. Okay. Oh yeah. Oof. Expressed a little bit more. Oh god. Oh. Dang. I feel that in my hips. Crazy. So I guess there's a lot of tension in my hips. Yeah, it feels like it. Oh, I can feel it all in my abs, man. Damn. Okay, so don't neglect your hips, boys and girls. Okay, they tend to hold a lot of energy. Yeah. So, and like I said, you know, see, I'm just working through it. Like, I'm trying to feel it tremendously, right? Like, the more you feel it, the better off you'll be. So, oh god, there's a lot of stuck energy in there. So there's that. Okay, that's cool. That's sometimes you can't go any further. It's kind of like you've done all you can for today. But like I said, you show up tomorrow or the next time you do this and you get a little bit better and a little bit better. And then you start using that throughout your entire life because now you know what balance feels like. So let's try this other side. Yep. A lot of stuck energy in there. Just free it out a little bit. There's that. Did miss another one on down here. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, there's that. There's that, the boats. Hips, this right here, the brick wall I was telling you about, and Actually, we just put a little thing, a little belly button right there. Then the abs, I also, like I said, I also understand or have read a lot about the chakras, and I also use those as like, okay, if I don't know where to go with the feeling, I just go straight to the chakra. I know exactly where they placed in my body, and I'm like, okay, go feel that. And I've trained myself so much that I now know what my chakras feel like, and when I'm totally out of a line. That might come easier for yoga people. That damn thing. I gotta turn that shit off tomorrow. Whatever. And then you go to the heart, alright? The heart's driving the ship. But it's a very subtle energy. It's very subtle. Like when you go and feel the heart, that was probably one of the hardest things to feel. You have to be very light with it. You have to be very like, even now it's like kind of hard. It's getting easier for me to feel it, but excuse me as I'm trying to feel it out for a second. Okay. So that's the heart. Moving up to the throat. The throat chakra always is like the loudest, right? Because you're trying to communicate to the rest of the world and you know what you're trying to do with your art and yada yada. So throat seems like it's pleased, you know. Then the third eye and the crown chakra. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it, guys. Cool. Some lessons. Like I said, one of my lessons I learned today, right? Every time I do these, I always learn something. Keep this taped up till the very end. Yeah, that's it. So that's all I needed, you know. I feel like that was a good session, and like I said, I want to build up enough crap throughout the week so then on Wednesday I can hit it and I feel like I had enough things happen so I can express the feeling without feeling burnt out, but like be like I'm like cheating or I'm not being authentic as I am, right? Every time I'm in camera, like I'm trying to be as real as I can, as me as I can show up as, right? You know, like I may get nervous in front of the camera, but that's still me trying to do my best and still trying to do what I feel is right. So, okay, name time. Oh. That's it, kids. Okay, thank you. Let's see if there's any last words for the theme of this video. Successful artist manifestation tip. Just, like I said, start becoming the person that you want to be in 10 years. That's probably the easiest way for me to translate it to you guys. Just start building the habits that person would do. Start eating at the restaurants that person would be eating at. Start talking like the person that you want to be. That's the way to manifest. I think that's a good way. I want to share. This other stuff too, the somatic art and body mapping is probably the fastest way for self-healing or self-development or self-improvement. I also personally just enjoy doing this, right? I get a lot of enjoyment just painting, just coloring. Yeah. So like I said, I want to marry the two. That's it. Good night.